Light is healing. In syncretism, the subject of light is crucial and fundamental. To understand how light works and its properties, and in particular its healing property, is so crucial with syncretism. This is why I'm with LifeWave. LifeWave understand light and how it works and how it heals. These patches emanate signals into the body. The body, being already self-wise, knows how to utilize those signals for regeneration, for energy, etc. So that's why I would say go LifeWave and go to the light.
A physician who's had my license for 40 years and had a very strong biochemistry background, I can say, and seeing what's happening with the X39, I can say without a doubt that this is the most significant medical breakthrough in my lifetime.
And how does light penetrate through the body, actually get into our cells, and then what does it actually do inside our cells?
There's a great paper that was just published by Glenn Jeffrey and Robert Fosbury out of the University College London. And what they published in Nature Scientific Reports is an amazing study that really answers the question that you've just asked. Because what they did was they took subjects outside in the midday sun in London, and they were able to actually demonstrate sunlight coming into our body. They were able to measure it on one side of the body, and they were actually able, believe it or not, to measure it on the other side of the body. Obviously much less, wow. But they were able to actually see the wavelengths that the body was, let's put it this way, had windows to allow those wavelengths to go through. So let's just step back a little bit. The sun obviously gives off multiple wavelengths in the ultraviolet, into the visible spectrum, and then all the way down into the infrared. And we know this is a normal physical attribute of light, is that light that has longer wavelengths is able to penetrate through the human body much more easily than shorter wavelengths or visible light. So that's important to understand, because when you have long wavelengths that not only are able to penetrate through your clothes, but what Glenn Jeffrey's group was able to show was that it was able to penetrate through the entire body and out the other side, obviously being absorbed along the way. So this is really important, because prior to that, we had studies that showed that maybe it went a few millimeters, maybe a few centimeters, maybe 8 centimeters. So then the next step that he did was he was able to look at that distribution of the light that was coming through, and he found the wavelength that was the wavelength that the body was most transparent to or translucent to, and that was 850 nanometers. Now, this is outside of our visible spectrum. It's in the infrared light. If you were to see this light, you wouldn't see it at all. Actually, it's invisible. But what he did next was he took these subjects inside and he set up these LED panels that transmitted at just that exact wavelength, 850 nanometers. And what he was able to show was, in a randomized placebo-controlled fashion, which is obviously one of the highest levels of evidence, that when light went into the human body, he was able to show that that light actually had an effect on the mitochondria in the retina of the cell. Now, why he chose that area is because he has the tools to measure that. He's a professor in the Department of Ophthalmology. He was able to measure by looking at color blindness in the cones of the eye. Now, here's the interesting part about that study. What it showed was that when he covered their heads so that no light could get to that part of the eye and did the same experiment, he found, regardless of whether the light was hitting the eyes or not, there was an improvement in the mitochondria of the eyes such that the color blindness threshold was dramatically reduced. And he was able to show this, in other words, that whether light was hitting that part of the body or not, so long as there was light actually getting to the body, he was able to measure an improvement in the mitochondrial function in the retina such that these subjects had improvements in their visual perception of color. Now, there was a control group where he just actually had them stand in the same place but didn't turn on the LED lights. They had no improvements whatsoever. And so there were areas that were affected beyond the path of the light going through that part of the body. This is known as the abscopal effect. It's well known. We've seen that mitochondria in different parts of the body can actually communicate with each other and actually upregulate, even though they're not the ones that are exposed to the light.
So in other words, you're shining the light in a certain part of the body, but it's actually somehow communicating to another part of the body.
Cells vibrate. Your organs hum. Your body is an orchestra. Every thought, every heartbeat, every breath is vibration. Beneath the skin, flashes of light carry signals. DNA whispers in electromagnetic rhythm. When one note drifts out of tune, dissonance appears. When interference distorts the signal, imbalance follows. Dis-ease is simply the body forgetting its song. It's not forced, it's harmony remembered. Resonance restored. And your light is the conductor.
Light, the energy of life itself. Since the beginning of time, light has sustained us, fueled our growth, and shaped the world. Even Einstein recognized that everything we are is made of light. But what if we could harness the light within us, not just to live, but to renew, restore, and rejuvenate? As time goes on, we begin to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Energy fades, sleep declines, and healing takes longer. The reason? Our stem cells, the building blocks of renewal, become less effective over time. Since 2004, LifeWave has been delivering groundbreaking technology to help the body do what it was designed to do, only better. Introducing LifeWave X39, the first product in the world that activates stem cells using our body's own light. Backed by clinical research, multiple patents, and over 10 years of stem cell research, LifeWave's founder, David Schmidt, achieved something remarkable in the field of wellness and regenerative science that others, despite years of research and billions in funding, could not. The result? A revolutionary wearable light technology that unlocks the power of activating our own stem cells with a single, safe, affordable, non-transdermal patch that puts you back in control of how you look, feel, and perform. Here's how it works. Unlike traditional light therapy, which requires external light sources, X39 uses the body's own infrared light. When an X39 patch is applied to any point on the body, our infrared light is reflected back into the tissue, sending a signal to the brain, activating a powerful peptide, GHK, copper peptide, known to activate our stem cells. These younger, more effective stem cells then go to work, enhancing energy, relieving pain, improving sleep, accelerating recovery, and promoting healthier hair and skin. Unlike drugs or chemicals, X39 works naturally, awakening your body's ability to heal and thrive. Whether you want to boost energy for your busy life, recover faster, or simply feel your best, X39 supports your body's natural renewal process, helping you live long, live well, and live young. No matter your age or stage in life, your body is capable of more than you realize. It's time to unlock your full potential, restore your vitality, and embrace a healthier, more vibrant you. Be the light with LifeWave X39.
Hey, did you know? I just met Are you from Korea? What you do? The manners, stay kind, spread love, and posit. Me tell you, you are love. I love you. I could do anything. Go get it. I love you. you.